What's going on, everyone? The film I'm about to talk about, I was originally gonna try to put out for like Canadian Thanksgiving, but didn't have the time to. So it's coming out now. Now I know it's like Halloween and everyone's reviewing like horror films and stuff, but I'm gonna kick things off with a drama film that's a little bit different than what I usually talk about, and that's The Great Debaters. This is was released by Alliance Films, December 25th, 2007. Stars Forrest Whitaker and Denzel Washington. It was written by Robert Leslie and it was directed by Denzel Washington. And his face looks familiar. He's the one who stars in like The Equalizer 1 and 2, Taking Training Day, The Little Things, Man on Fire, and a whole pile of other films. He's quite the film star. So, and had the box office earnings of about around $30.2 million. Now, The Great Debaters is an interesting drama film um, that takes place in about like the 1920s, 1930s, back when uh, blacks and whites were segregated, basically. So, like, there was white people benches and black benches for blacks, and then there was like they always got like the it was very radical and different back then. They only had certain places they could sit on buses and everything like that. And it's definitely not how it's not how it was today. So, but the story it takes place in that time period, and yeah, and it follows. Um, then the Washington plays a college professor who's pretty radical and political views, and he uses the power of words to inspire this debate team that he's running at the college, and the group down here of somewhat misfits and stuff are hard to get along with a bit, and then they slowly sort of like help each other out through the difficulties, realizing that they're all going through the same sort of thing, and yeah, and basically inspires them to take on the Harvard University elite, which is basically uh, the whites, basically team uh, of debaters as the all-time champions for a whole pile of years, and then they come to take on them in front of a pretty much all-white audience, and yeah, it was pretty interesting to watch how it goes because they show some graphic scenes that depict what happened, like lynchings and stuff like that of black people and things like that. Graphic content that might be not be suitable nowadays, might be offensive or racist and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely a interesting watch, especially for someone like myself, to watch how see how emotionally and how hard it was for these type of people back then to try to coexist in this type of society, and yeah, and then it after seeing that encourages him even more to speak about it, be more vocal about it at the debate, and they end up winning the debate and leading the debates for like 10 years or so after. So it's very inspiring story. This was also produced by Oprah Winfrey. So yeah. There is a lot of like big cinematic sort of things and stuff like that where um that emphasize like more try to make it a little more stern and stuff like that. And it's not so with that like Forrest Whitaker is driving with him and his family, him and his character driving down the road and accidentally hit a pig and kill it. And then the whites charge him like out the butthole for it. So basically, like, charged him like $25 or something, where it was just like everything cost in cents basically then. So it was like hundreds of dollars or something. So yeah, ridiculous, crazy things like that, which probably actually did happen, but yeah, some scenes sort of seemed a little over exaggerated for the film for a cinematic purpose, but overall, the acting is really good. The story is pretty compelling, and I thought it was interesting to watch. I wasn't really bored through it, so, but it was definitely a unique film to see and definitely one to experience. And I enjoyed it, but it's nothing I'm going to go back to a lot anytime soon. So, yeah, but with that, I'm going to give The Great Debaters probably a 4 out of 5. It was pretty well done. And it was interesting to see that depiction of how some people probably viewed it back then. So yeah, it was an interesting film. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. There's a trailer link down below, like always. If you don't want to see it or relive it, it's linked down below. Also, my Instagram's always linked down below. So where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. I usually put the film hashtag and the subgenre of film in the video clip as well, so you're aware of it. So make sure you follow me on Instagram, stay in the loop, or you can even check out my Letterbox, which I'll link down below too. That's where I put my first star rating right after watching the film, so on there too. So yeah, if you want to stay in the loop, follow me on one of those. Make sure you like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below. Let me know if there's any films that you want to hear my opinions on in the future. Comment those down below. I'll try to hire to find them and check them out and give you my opinions on them. But yeah, make sure you subscribe so you see more movies and stuff. I think I'm going to start doing more horror films and stuff now, since it's like the middle of October and I've barely done anything. So yeah, so we'll be probably starting to look at some of those and bringing up different things that most people are going for. I'm going to try to go for like the not so popular ones like I usually do, but yeah, because everyone's covering like the big mainstream ones. So, let's see what else we could find. But this was a good drama and a good break for a little bit. So, yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. And yeah, I guess I'll see you on the next review, which will probably be a horror film. So, see you in the next one. Cheers.